Yes, just for me. No, but you want to go say hi to your friends, and also it's so fun. Like, why would you not want to be there? If I have people in town, I'm like, you have to come to Irish Kevin's. So, which brings me up to the point that, it's important that we want to stay around forever. And like, we will. Like,
I want you to stay around.
Irish Kevin's is awesome. A lot of people watching might not be from here and stuff, but the people that do live in Key West, there are the referendums being brought up for the cruise ship. So myself and Bill Lay made a Keep the Cruise Ships page, and we made that not for arguments or anything. We made it so there could just be a friendly, open discussion with people that were for or against it. Like, I believe, and so does Bill, that you should be able to discuss things in a friendly way, and I want to see your point.
Who is Bill Lay?
Bill Lay is a very dear friend of mine. He also owns
Virgilia. He was like a city commissioner for a while or something like that?
He used to own Irish Kevin's when Sean first took over, and now he owns Virgilio's, Latrotte, catered fairs and stuff like that. He's very involved in the city.
Great locations. Those are awesome.
Yeah, he's really involved in the city. He is for the people. If he was running for mayor, vote for him.
You would vote for him?
Hopefully one day he will. But so we made this page so people could just have friendly discussions, and it's crazy to me that it started out as a referendum, right, for safer, cleaner ships, which Irish Kevin's, and a lot of people don't actually know this, has been 95% green for the last 3 years, and I'm so proud to say that. I know you wouldn't think it because you get a plastic cup when it's served to you and stuff like that, right?
So how's the green thing apply?
Well, because all the cleaner, safer ships are all about the environment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we do care about the environment. We've gone to all biodegradable, from our to-go bags to our cups, our straws. We did all of that before.
Do you mind me asking a question that I think everybody wants to know this?
Is it going to make me mad?
No. We have this whole unwritten rule that we can take drinks out of the bar in a plastic cup, right?
Right.
So, and I know that like the city of Key West kind of has this. They frown upon it, and it's legal. It's not legal. Is it legal to take a drink out of the bar onto the street?
From what I understand, it is illegal.
It's illegal, right?
But it's.
So if you hide it a little bit.
Well, I think if
you can't just walk out with a beer and be like, hey.
If you walk down the road right now, nobody's gonna stop you. It's like Vegas. Like, as long as you're behaving yourself and you're not like pouring. I've seen people outside of stores buying 12 packs and then shotgunning with their friends, and the cops are okay with that until they start throwing their empty cans at people.
So the official rule is that it's not legal.
I believe. I think that's the rule.
Well, I think that when people come down here on vacation, they're like, oh,
that's what I tell them.
We can drink on
That's what I tell them the rules.
We can drink
you are more than welcome. You're not finished with your drink. We'll put it in plastic. They're like, is it okay? I'm like, I think if you were acting like a total douche canoe, they could be like, jinx.
Doesn't that come to that's really what it comes down to, is like if you're acting like a douche.
Pretty much.
If you're acting like a douche, then you're going to get arrested no matter what.
Are we wrapping it up?
He's just like,
so is it okay if I just ended on this? So
you're in
I just wanted to say that we did create that Keep the Cruise Ships page because we feel that it's very important for anybody that's in the tourism industry, and not just that. Like, you have a group saying no to the cruise ships or safer, cleaner ones, which essentially is, whatever. And then you have the Keep the Cruise Ships page, which I did start help. And
how do you find that?
Find what?
The Facebook page for that.
You just type it in.
What is the?
I think it's Safer, Cleaner Ships, and then Keep the Cruise Ships.
Keep the Cruise Ships. Okay.
And I'm all for the environment. I think both groups are putting out numbers. I don't know anything about those numbers. I don't pay attention to them. Bill knows all about that. What I do know is what I see firsthand, and I see the lives that this will affect. Like, if the cruise ships stop coming to Key West, they haven't come in 5 months or 4 months or however long it's been, because there's the pandemic going on, so things are different. If everything started to get back to normal and they stopped coming, we would have to lay off half of our staff.
Well, and
we wouldn't open till 4.
You and I had a conversation about this earlier today, is that you would literally have to lay off half of your staff.
We would, because we wouldn't open till 4 every day, because we wouldn't
So think about that. Irish Kevin's wouldn't open till 4 p.m.
Right.
on a daily basis. You just wouldn't have a day shift.
We wouldn't. But it's not even about Irish Kevin's. It's like, let's say you're a bartender at Irish Kevin's and you're used to making $200 a day.
Right.
And, so you make $1,400 a week, but now you're only making $700 a week. And, Erin Elizabeth is, she needs to go get her hair cut, and she's used to spending $90 to get her hair cut, but she's not making that money. Yeah. So now that
unless she gets a sugar daddy.
Right. Well, there are websites for that. I'm going to start looking at these foot fetishes things with these huge feet. But so it's, a lot of people don't understand the overall trickle effect, and it's, why would you think of a hairdresser? That's the last thing I would think of, but you have to. And then that hairdresser wants to have a date night with her husband, and they're like, well, we can't afford to spend this much money at Prime
rising tides raise all ships.
Right.
So the more money that comes in town and the more money we have just globally, everyone makes more money.
Right.
Right. So at some point, everyone needs to have a thing about the environment. We love the environment. We don't want our reef to fail and all that kind of stuff. So we're not like trying to bring in crappy ships and all that kind of stuff. And everyone wants safer, cleaner ships.
Right. I also think we could start out smaller too, though. Like, why are we not starting out banning styrofoam, ban plastic bags? We
should have banned styrofoam years ago.
I went to college in California, and that was banned by the time I was 19.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So for an island that cares so much, why are we not on top of that?
They're like, oh my gosh, you guys have like so much like waste that you have, that you throw things away.
So why not start out smaller? I feel like some people are taking this pandemic, and I understand it. I think you're being like, okay, there aren't cruise ships, this is a good time, and I get
opportunistic.
that. But you're essentially like kicking people while they're already down, and when they need to rebuild, like, give people this chance, and then we can talk about it. But instead, you're like, you know what? You guys already need to make as much money as you can, but we're good, because most of those people don't depend on it. They don't need it. There are single moms that can only work days,
right? Because
they don't have somebody to watch their kid at night. So now they won't have that day job, and they're going to have to find something else. And it's just, obviously I just don't think, like I said again, I don't know the numbers, and I genuinely just don't pay attention to them, because I see it firsthand, and I think those people don't have any faces to put with it, so they're not putting faces to it. Right. This is a face, you can put it with it. Like, I would be affected by that.
It is a lot.
You would be. I wouldn't be able to order as much whiskey from you.
Right.
It affects everybody.
It's a trickle-down effect.
I might drink more, though.
It's a trickle-down effect. Maybe we'll
I might drink more whiskey. I don't know.
Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the broadcast today. I want to thank Daylin for coming out from Irish Kevin's, my favorite bar in Key West, bar none. I don't care if anyone hears that. These guys are amazing. They're on the front lines, dealing with it on a daily basis, and they're struggling, obviously, as everyone is. We give a shout out to you guys, and we hope the best for you guys, and we want you guys open tomorrow.
You guys do so much for us, so we always appreciate it.
And we love you guys, and it means a lot to us. I want to give a shout out to our military personnel. I want to say God bless America and God bless our troops. I want to give a shout out to the first responders who are out there right now, dealing with the COVID-19, stuff that's going on. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us, and love you guys. Appreciate you. From the Conquer Public News Network, I'm Smuggler Jim. This is Daylin, Irish Kevin's Daylin.
You knew I was going to talk this much, though, right?
Oh yeah, we completely knew that.
That's fair.
Signing off.